Cheers, everyone. Good morning. Yes, John, I did get my coffee this morning, although it's already half gone and mostly cold. But cheers. At least it's caffeine. I'm not going to go uncaffeinated like I did last weekend. Last week. There you go. Already off on a bad start. How's everyone doing? I hope everyone is well. So last week I was sitting in a t-shirt. This week I'm sitting freezing with the heater not on enough. I forgot to turn it on early this morning before I came in, so it's still warming up in here. Can't find my gloves, so I'm gonna have to deal with pinkly purple fingers.
Geek says greetings, mortals.
Greetings, Quixotic Geek. Hello. So we're doing Tanky today. Tanky Buildy. Yeah, so warning everybody.
Alan Madsen says no timer on the heater.
No, I control it remotely.
Geek says tanks a lot.
I could put a timer on it, but I don't want it always coming on, and so I normally remember to switch it on in the morning when it's cold, but there's a bit of a rush this morning. What just happened to my... How weird. Okay. Sorry, my YouTube thing just popped up a whole bunch of stats by itself. Ghosts! I have ghosts in the computer. Anyway, so this thing, I'm warning everyone now, is loud. Like really, really loud. Also, surprisingly, these motors that are supposed to be 9/12 volt motors seem to run really well off a 3.7 volt LiPo, or 4 volts. It's mostly charged anyway. So that's actually quite exciting, but it's it just means it's going to make it easier to power the project, at least today, or in general. I can just grab a big LiPo. But wow, it's really loud. It's cheap plastic, right? It's each one of these things rattles heaps. You want to hear how loud it is? Shall we do that to start everything off, so we can get the get that out of the way? I'm just going to plug these wires, keep them straight up to the LiPo. If I can get them in. I might have to get my other... Yeah, it's not going to squeak. My other glasses. Okay, you ready? I'm going to turn it on its side. Okay, here we go. And that's just one wheel. That's just one of them. So just a warning. It's going to be really noisy. Really noisy. But at least you all know if it's moving or not, right? That is just insanely... I did warn everyone. I warned everyone. I did. Marius, what are you doing? Okay, so let's say hi to some folks in chat. Yumbo Prime, hello. Rover, move forward. Now we're calling it Tanky. It's going to be Tanky. Still haven't worked out the API yet, but we'll get there. Mr. England, Tanky Matank Face, hello. Alan, good morning. Blue2 Monster, hello. Michael, up early. Wow. And Richard, good morning, both of you. Datsaurus, hello. John Clayton, hi. What is happening? I've got love hearts coming all over my thing. What is that? Anyone know what that is? Can you all see the love hearts popping up? Okay. And now there's smiley faces. Who's doing that? Okay, anyway. I don't know what that is. Something's controlling my computer. Okay. Dave Harris, good morning. Gerald42, hello. Graham, good morning. Piata, hi. Johnny, hello. Ray, hello. Sid, Quixotic Geek, X-Micron. Helio, hi. What? Just got my unit test to pass on my Python library 1 minute before the stream started. Woohoo! Unit tests? Who bothers doing unit tests? Anyway, whoops. Marius, good morning. Imla, hello. So you have some kgs extra, kilograms extra. Yeah, dude, I'm no exercise, just working. Thanks for noticing. Awesome. Many kilograms extra. Who else we missed? Still going. Jeremy, good morning. Yes, Marius is from the Netherlands. Didn't you know that? That'll never get old. Okay, I'm going backwards now. Geordie, hello. I think I've got everyone actually. Peter, good morning, Peter. Okay, I think I've got everyone. My YouTube window is, I don't know what is going on with this YouTube interface today. Hey, Antonio. Hello, Mark. Does anyone know what those little love heart things were? And the smiley faces? Oh well. You're not late. You're not late. I only just started. Okay, so today we're going to build Tanky. And my plan, hopefully, I've already started with a project. Oh, it happened again. Who did that? Can you say yum yum when we send a cake emoji? Sure. But I haven't seen a cake emoji. I've seen love hearts and faces. Oh, that one. Yum yum. Cake. Cakey, yum yum. Okay. Now, wow, distracted big time. I really want to know what those things are, where they're coming from. Oh, and again, so YouTube has popped up 3 times already, and a thing telling me to insert an ad. 3 times since the stream started. Okay, so I have these really, oh no, some news. Let's do some news first. Okay, let's do some paired programming with ChatGPT. Really? YouTube chat has it, but I don't see it on mine. Add a reaction? Is that? Oh. No, that's just an emoji. Okay, I don't know what it is. Anyway, I don't know. Now I've lost my keyboard, my thing. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how you're doing that. Okay. Oh, distraction. Okay. I bet you this won't be. No, that's interesting. That's not even the window. That's not what is even on my window. Wow. Now everyone got to see. So that was a screenshot of what my window looked like yesterday. Great. So I need to fix this again every single time. That's what it looks like now. Wow. OBS is really bad on Apple Silicon. Really bad. Anyway, so I launched my website. It's live. Yay. For those of you that really don't know what my website is, my web address is, there it is. So it's live. My new website is live, which is pretty cool. Which means my new shop is live, and it works, which is really surprising. So you know, shock horror. For those that are waiting for Whoppers, I got new chips. Yay! So I'll be building more Whoppers maybe later in the week. But yeah, it is live, so you can all use it, and yeah, that's that. I did get myself. Oh, where is it? Okay, I got myself a couple of things just quickly. I did get myself a gimbal, a 3-axis gimbal. Haven't opened it yet, as you can see. It's still in plastic. No idea how good it is, but it's a motorized gimbal for my phone if I go walking with it. one day I might get to open it. I also got this. It's pretty funny. So I don't know if anyone's seen any of these. It's like a DSLR, except it's nothing like a DSLR, but they make it look like a DSLR. And it's just a digital camera, right? From China. It's a Chinese digital camera. It has Wi-Fi. I've not turned it on. I don't want them sending all my pictures to China. I've actually got it out and plugged in over on my desk. I have yet to work out how to turn off the autofocus, which is a little annoying, because I've got it set up. Turn it on. So I have it set up. Where is it? I don't know which one it's going to be. That way, right? And you'll see that popping goes in and out of focus, and I've yet to work out how to. Yeah, it's like it's more than a webcam. It's like a digital camera. It's got heaps of features, different modes, all sorts of stuff. It's beyond a webcam, but it's still, and it was cheap. Like when I well, $140 or something, right? The reason I got it is it's 4K, and it actually is 4K. It does 4K images, and it's got HDMI out, so I can stick it in my switcher, right? See here? It's in my switcher, which is cool. And I can move it around because it's battery powered, and it can also be a webcam, except it's only in black and white as a webcam. Anyway, so, but the problem is sometimes it just sits there and it pops. Your camera is also mirrorless. It's a new thing. Mirrorless has been around for a long time. It's not really a new thing. Anyway, this is cheap. It's cheap, looks like a DSLR, and it's actually got Wi-Fi. Like I can turn into Wi-Fi mode and capture images via Wi-Fi. So it's fully portable. But anyway, it was a cheapie, but I wanted to experiment with it. It was the same price as me buying an average webcam, and an average webcam has to be plugged into USB. And remember, I've been trying to work out what I can do about camera for downstairs. I've been looking at NDI cameras again. Even from China, like buying cheap NDI stuff would have cost me thousands of dollars. Oh, it's trendy now. Mirrorless cameras. I don't know if it's trendy or not. I'm definitely not a trendy person, so what can I tell you? So I'm gonna try to use that today when I'm working there assembling this board. I'm going to assemble a motor driver board. Realized I made a mistake on it. Nothing's going to stop me from using it today. I'll show you what the mistake is shortly. So the plan is to build a motor driver board, connect it up to Tanky with a tiny S3 connected to it to control it. And I want to be able to control it via MQTT and then let chat control it, which is going to be a really bad idea, but have chat control the tank, and just with simple commands, like get an Elgato face cam, you control it by, yeah, they're all just super expensive, mate. Like I'm really trying to not spend exorbitant amounts of money to solve camera stuff. But anyway, yeah. I've got an okay webcam. I don't really need another camera from here. So my plan eventually is to stick a Raspberry Pi inside the tank, maybe, and with a camera. I've actually got, where'd I put them? I've got a Pi 02, whatever, and a camera ready to go for that. I haven't put headers on it, but I'm not going to use that today. But the truth is, this camera, this tank base is terrible. Like, it's so loud, really. It's obnoxious. So I don't even know if this is just for fun. It's like $82 US for a camera, but then I need the Stream Deck. And the Stream Deck is hundreds of dollars. And yeah, I don't need a face cam. I don't need something for my face. I need something that I can walk around with. Like this Wi-Fi, if this works like it's supposed to, I only got it yesterday. I only pulled it apart 5 o'clock. I had to rush to the post office. I had 5 minutes with it. But if this works like it's supposed to with Wi-Fi, I can take this downstairs, stick it in front of my pick and place machine, turn it on, and be transmitting footage here, right? I can't do that with the other stuff. I don't want a wired solution. I want a remote solution, or I was looking at Ethernet based cameras, and then NDI, you need controllers, whatever. It just works out. It's too much money for the benefit I get out of it. I know you all would be glad to see views from everywhere here, but it's just very expensive. So maybe if I ever win Tats Lotto, or Lotto, or whatever you call it, over there. Okay, so shall we start building? The Stream Deck with 15 keys is not $80 here. The last time I looked at the Stream Deck, it was like $289 Australian. But anyway, it doesn't matter. What lens mount? It doesn't have lenses. It doesn't have lenses. It's fake. It's just it's a digital camera. It's not a DSLR. You can't swap lenses. It's a $140 digital camera. So we need turret control, pan tilt for the camera as well. Well, sure. At the moment, you're not going to be able to see where you're going to be driving it if I can get that working. But I can get that camera and maybe point it to the ground. And I just want to. There's no way you're going to be able to control it from chat, because you're all going to be fighting with it, right? You're all going to be sending different commands, and the thing's just going to go. But let's see if we can even get it working. I've got a project. I've like a shell of a project ready to go. In Arduino, and I've got OTA hopefully set up for it, so I'll be able to flash it with OTA. Actually, I'm just going to flash it now. Wait, where'd that go? So I've just got some basic. It doesn't do anything yet. Gyro stabilized cannon to put beer on. Yeah, not beer. Maybe a coffee. Right. I might need to change the port. Okay. So as I said, this doesn't do anything yet, but it's got MQTT, it's got PubSub client on here, and it should connect to the Wi-Fi. Hopefully it should appear with OTA, and I'll be able to flash it remotely. We're about to find out. Okay. Red, and it should go a different color when it's connected. It did. Okay, so it's connected to the Wi-Fi, which means I should see in my ports, Tanky. Tanky, hey DIY. Tanky is live, so we can flash Tanky remotely. Okay, that's a good start. So we know that works. Now, the motor driver I'm using is I know it's a crappy motor driver. I know. But that's okay. I already had them. Got them ages ago. It's one of these L293D, an old STM type motor driver. But it's really simple to use. I didn't need anything fancy at the time. This is just a project. And I'm going to use this guide by Simon Monk, who I'm sure he wrote many years ago. First published 2012, last updated October 2012. So it's yeah, we're just gonna have some fun. If I can get it moving, I know I can get it moving. If I can get it moving remotely, that'll be fun. So we should build the board. The board. This is the little driver board that I made. It's honestly probably the simplest PCB I've ever made, but I did make one mistake on it, which I will show you. All of the screw terminals. So the chip goes on the top. There's a cap. There's a whole bunch of other stuff. The screw terminals go on the top as well, like that, right? With this nice labels on the back and everything. And then, silly Sion put I got a DC jack for power, put the DC jack on the bottom. I flipped it I don't know when I flipped it. I think I was trying to flip some silk screen, and maybe I had it selected and I flipped it to the other side. So instead of the DC jack being on top with everything else, it's on the bottom. Stupid, oh well. But there's literally 3 components on here. 2 caps and a motor driver. Actually, no, 4. And a resistor. No. 3 caps and a motor driver. God, I don't even know what's on here. So, building time. Are we doing it? Let's do the buildy. Buildy for Tanky. Yay, waka. Okay, so I don't know. We'll try this. We'll try the, no. Did the camera turn off? Or did I turn it off? I think the camera turned off. If it turned off by itself, that's a problem. Bling! Great. No? Unfortunately, the HDMI cable I've got isn't very long, so I can't get it any closer. Maybe I'll just do it under the microscope. Shall I just do it on the microscope for now? Can you post a link to the Adafruit page? Absolutely. So you can all follow along if you want to. That's it there. So I saw this learn guide forever ago. I mean, obviously not 2012. But I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago, I saw this learn guide, and so I thought at the time it looked really cool, and so I got some of these. I ordered some of these, but I didn't do the dip package ones, of course, because, you know, me, everything's got to be surface mount. If I ordered done the dip package, I could have just put all this together on a breadboard, but I didn't. So, and then 2 years later, I designed a PCB for it. Yay. Okay, I'm gonna do this. We'll start off like this and we'll see what happens. Hopefully you'll be able to hear me okay from over here. I've got my stencil, not that I even need a stencil, I could have just done it soldering, but whatever. And I have my drivers, LCSC, I think they were one of the first parts I ever bought. I think it was in my second order from LCSC ever, which is pretty crazy. Considering how many I bought now. Okay, and I need something to put this around. What have I got? Going to my pile of PCBs that I use to make stencil thingies.
Geek says can't hear you.
You guys can't hear me? Can you really not hear me? It's the same setup I always use. Softly. Okay, hang on. Wonder what changed. How's that? Is that better for me standing here? Pretty low. Alan's saying good sound. You can hear me now because I'm standing right here. Oh, auto shutdown after 5 seconds. There you go. So it shuts itself down. So I guess we're not using that. We'll have to use the micro. So is this better with me sitting here now? I'll try to talk louder. Maybe I just need to talk louder. I did turn it up a little bit. I can't see chat. You have to talk to me. Sorry.
Rick the Almighty says works fine.
Okay. Is that the consensus from everyone? I know this is not under the microscope. I'm just trying to line this up. This is just temporary. Temporary.
John Clayton says audio is fine for me.
Okay, well if it's...
Alan Madsen says you need a Rode microphone wireless.
I've got a wireless microphone and I keep forgetting to charge it because I keep unplugging it and plugging something else in. Okay, let's just try this then.
John Clayton says I bought Synco G2 a 2 wireless mic and they are just as good as Rode.
Yeah, I've got these Holyland ones, which I've used before, as many of you will know. But I couldn't get it working under my Mac. Couldn't get it working. How's that, everyone? Can you hear me? Can you all hear me now? Flooded notifications, really? You should call the plumber. Okay, if that's, just let me know if that's loud enough. So when I first got this Mac, it wouldn't use this microphone, but I've had a few updates since then. 5x5. Hello, Pit Fisher. Okay, cool. I'm going to go back to the desk. I'm going to, I need to turn that heater up. Oh my God, it is cold. Melbourne weather is just insane. We had 22 degrees on the weekend. It was 20 degrees on Monday. It was so hot on Monday. Well, okay, 20 degrees isn't that hot, but it was hot enough on Monday that I actually was cursing how hot it was. I was manufacturing all day, and I was cursing about how hot it was with the oven going, and then now it's freezing again. So,
John Clayton says volume got lower, not sure the Rode is your source.
yeah, it should be. Properties. How's that? OBS keeps losing my settings. Is that, can you hear me okay on that? Let me turn that up a bit. How is that? I'm gonna go for a walk. Can you still hear me okay? Breaker, breaker. Foxtrot Charlie, something, something. I'm not a fighter pilot. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Wagon says I hear you.
Okay.
Rick the Almighty says perfect.
Okay, it's working now? Okay.
Clayton says yes.
Yay.
It's working now.
Awesome, thank you. Cool. Now I've got dead paste, but nothing fine pitch, so I don't care. Whatever. It is really bad paste I'm using, by the way. Hard as a rock. No time to warm it up. Can't warm up paste when you're in the cold. Look at it, hard as a rock. Oh, this is going to be a yuck, yuck. Okay, I'm going to move this out of the way because I can't paste when it's there. And I've got to squeeze this hard into the things. Okay, wasn't too bad. Not too bad. Now, see, now I've got to remember not to shout, because I don't want to blow everyone's eardrums. Okay, I'm just cleaning the paste back off the squeegee. Put Put the lid back on. Okay, so paste looks okay. Okay-ish. Definitely good enough for this. Take the board out. Take that off. Put the board back down the right way up so I don't put the paste the wrong way. Okay. So there you go. Really not that exciting. It's as I said, it's probably the simplest board I've ever made, and I'm sure I wrecked something. I bought 10 of these, and they weren't cheap, these ICs actually. I'm quite surprised. They were like...
Wagon says, can you warm the paste on the stencil by holding it on a light bulb for a minute?
That won't do anything in a minute. And you really shouldn't artificially heat up paste. But it's fine. The paste is good. It's good enough. Good enough. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I did that as pin 1. God, these chips are old. The legs look a little bit, I don't know, oxidized maybe. Now I'm putting I don't know why I put electrolytic on this. It probably does not need it at all, but you know, I was going to potentially plug 9 volts through this thing, which still isn't that high, but I'm actually going to use 3 volts, I think. I need a 10 microfarad. No, don't have any. Those ones. Oh, yes I do. Okay, so I'm gonna. Here is an 0805. 10 microfarad as well. So in Simon's learn guide for this chip, he just stuck in a breadboard, didn't put any caps on it at all. So, you know...
Wagon says I always put a pin 1 dot next to pin 1 on every chip footprint, so I won't make a mistake.
Yes, okay, that's... Oh, I use the short lines. I don't put text or put a dot because JLC can't print those most of the time. Okay, and I'm just going to stick, again, probably not needed, but sticking a 0.1 microfarad cap on the entry of the chip. Just habit. I can get one out. Okay. Just here. It's an 0603. God, these are big. Okay, that's it. That's all the SMD. As I said, I could have just used my soldering iron, but you know, I don't like hand soldering. Okay, gonna put it on the hot plate. Should be an easy one to do. I'll focus in a minute. Now I've got my new hot plate. So while that's warming up, you'll see that reflow in a moment. This is the one that Johnny recommended. So I got this hot plate. I haven't plugged it in yet. So I didn't want to do it this morning, just in case it blew up or anything. I generally don't like for stuff like this I get from China. I like checking the wiring first, and then I plug it in a safe area, and let it get hot and make sure it doesn't catch on fire. So I didn't want to do that on the stream today. Hey Luminator, hello Justin C. Who else have I missed? Zoinks, hello. I stopped using Brian's library, Johnny, nothing to do with Brian, not his fault. because of the rate limiting that YouTube are doing. And also, someone mentioned the other week that the commands coming through when you tell it to talk is really delayed. It looks like YouTube are throttling the public API now. And good ventilation in case there is goop in the heater. Yeah, I just always like... I'll plug this in, do it downstairs. Yeah, I don't mind trying new stuff on the live stream. Not something like this that can... Yeah. Anyway, it's starting up. Here we go. Oops. Bang the desk. I can see the smoke coming. Oh, I didn't turn it on. Save my life. Here we go. Didn't turn my fan on. It's on now. Okay, so we're at 223 degrees. It's getting hot, hot, hot. Maybe I'll put my hands over it. Warm my hands up. Let's hope the flux, there's some flux in it. 236. 240. Here we go, you can see there, off it goes. Okay, it's all good. Just get the cap. Go, go, big thermals. There it goes. On one side anyway. There it goes. The top. Okay, well, it's not very straight. Well, we're reflowed. Take it off. See, that was pretty boring, wasn't it? Turn that off and move it away. So let this cool for a second. And then I have to do the through hole. I need to switch my tip. Okay. Let me just fix the focus again. Can't really see, but anyway. Okay, so that's soldered. Oh, that's like, I think the paste is a bit dead there. I'll have to fix that. Big tip. Yeah. All the other pins are good, I think. Hopefully. Okay, remember I can't see chat. So if you need my attention, you gotta ping me, you gotta talk to me. Okay. Hopefully you can see. I don't know.
Zero engineer says, am I fashionably late?
Yes, you are. Oop. Oop. Oh, was that off camera? I apologize if it was. really can't see. I think all of that was off camera. Oh, keep running out of... Gotta move it first.
John Clayton says don't sweat the small stuff.
The small stuff? What, like this soldering? Or the, getting it on camera? And the whole point of doing it under a camera is so you can see. Whoops, I just picked it up. I'm gonna put that back in again.
Daniel Edwards says, which microscope is this, that?
It's a trinocular, like a desktop trinocular microscope. I'm looking through the eyepieces.
John Clayton says not getting it on camera, we can miss a shot once in a while.
Yeah, but it's like always in a while. I miss it a few times. Okay.
Alan Madsen says Daniel, the rocking one of a kind.
Okay, so that's that, and I am going to put the barrel jack on. Unfortunately, as I said, it's supposed to be on this side, but I wrecked it, so now it has to be on this side. And I'm going to use an adapter to be able to connect the battery, so I don't have to hand solder it. So I solder a lot of these on Reflow Master Pros.
Alan says are solid state relays fast enough and suited for switching of VGA video and USB?
I have no idea. No idea. So I solder a lot of these. Oh, I should clean that. And I've learnt to bend the pins to keep it still.
Alan Madsen says why not use the same terminal for the power too?
Because I wanted to use one of these. I could have done. Too late now. This is a throwaway. This is just a whatever project. Don't have to really refine this much. Okay. We're done. I hope. I hope we're done. Let me just turn off the fan. Let's come back to the bench. The desk over here. Was the video cutting out? I hope the video wasn't cutting out. Oh, cold coffee.
John Clayton says at wagon loads in my experience SS-RAS are for high power applications.
Okay, so it looks pretty ugly. So we've got motor 1 plus and minus, and motor 2 plus and minus on the top, and we've got on the bottom, I've got power in, then motor direction. What have I got? Right. Enable direction A, direction B, motor 2, power on one side, and then enable direction A, direction B, motor 1, and ground on the other side. Hey Paul, how you doing? So the plan is I need to get a whole bunch of wires. I'm just going to steal them off my breadboard when I did the... Oh, you want an update on the watch? I need to give you an update on the watch. There has been progress on the watch. Should we stop and do a quick update? I'm good, mate. Thanks. Thanks for asking. So, this is still that's the one I built last week, and it works. Everything on it works, except you can't use the touch IC on the screen you can't use anything else on the I2C bus when the touch IC is being used, as in when it's initialized. And vice versa, if I initialize everything else on the bus, I can't use the touch IC. So I've got a second revision of the board. I haven't sent it off to JLC yet. I was going to, but I halted it. I'm glad I did, because I need to change something else on it. But the changes I've made is that I've put the I2C bus on the second, so on the screen on a second bus. So it's on its own dedicated bus. And I've actually made the board smaller, so shorter and a bit narrower. Changed the outside edges, the curves to try to match the back of the screen just a little bit more. It doesn't have to be perfect. So right now the board is a fraction wider than the back plate of the screen. Anyway, the whole idea was to make it a little bit smaller as well. I tried lots of different libraries. It wasn't a library issue. They're just not compatible. It cannot be on the same bus. It doesn't matter what I connect to it. Cannot initialize anything on the bus if the touch is going, and if the touch isn't initialized and I initialize anything else on the bus, the touch won't initialize. It's not driver related. This is something to do with the chip. I tried 3 different drivers for the touch, and I tried 4 different drivers for the fuel gauge, and 2 different drivers for the BMI, and it doesn't matter. Everything works together without the touch. Once the touch is on, nothing else works. So I put it on a second bus. Hopefully that'll fix the problem, and then I don't have to worry about it. Yeah, whatever it's doing, it's dominating the bus and nothing else will work. So I haven't sent off the new board yet. I realized that the way I've got the RTC set up right now is when you power the board off, it'll power the RTC off, which is not kind of what you want when you want the time to stay alive, right? So I've rewired the RTC, I've moved it, I've rewired it to make to connect the battery back up to the battery. Maybe touch has to be, what was it? There are more than enough. No, there aren't more than enough spare I/O. I'm out of I/O now. I have to actually rearrange some things. Those last 2, they were my last 2 I/O on the board. So every single I/O that is accessible is being used now on this. So yeah. So yeah, I need to change the battery backup power on the RTC as well. That's the state. So, but everything else on it worked, but I can't use it all together. So that's a really good example of...
says, can that RTC battery pin use a button cell?
Well, no. Not on the watch you can't, because there's no button cell. And why would you put a button cell on a watch when you've got a battery connected? I mean, it could, yes, on other things. And a supercap would be 3 times... Like, the battery's already there, folks. The battery runs the watch. There's already a battery. So the backup gets connected to the battery. Like, you know what I mean? It's a backup connector on your RTC. You should decouple with a diode and no. It doesn't need a diode and a capacitor. It doesn't. It's yeah, okay. So my plan was to not use the battery backup of the RTC and just keep it powered all the time, because it's a super low power RTC. Like, we're talking about like a microamp maximum, like 800 nanoamps when the RTC is awake being used. Like, it's really, really, really low power. So I wasn't going to use the battery backup at all, because it just doesn't make any sense. Like, if we're going to start worrying about 0.8 of a microamp, then we've got other problems, right? But the advantage of using the backup instead is that the battery can go really low, like it can go down to 2 volts, and the battery backup will still work, where the RTC would have already turned off by then. So if someone takes it off, takes their watch off, doesn't charge it for 3 days, 4 days, there's a chance that the battery backup will still keep the time alive on the RTC. But I don't think that's really an issue. Like, you know, no one's going to be using a watch like this, hacking a watch like this, and not be using Wi-Fi, right? And if they're using Wi-Fi, then they can set their time. They don't need to worry about it. Supercaps are huge. Supercaps are massive. Like, and why would we don't want a supercap? We don't want a supercap. We don't want a coin cell. We have a battery. Use the battery. Okay. See, now I've got this. Feels weird wearing this thing all the time. Okay, I'm going to. It's really. Oh, I thought my logo was off. I need a bit more light in here. I'm going to turn another light on. It's going to make my logo wash out a bit, but whatever. I need to be able to see. Okay, so I've got to work out what am I going to connect to what. I should look at this. So let's look at the guide. Breadboard layout. So, yeah, you can see how old this is. Okay, firstly, we need ground. And where's my screwdriver? Okay, is my laser gone? No, it's behind me. I just don't turn it on. I need to. The code that's on there is not the right code. I don't know. I just get busy doing other stuff. And then I forget. I'll get back onto it one day. I was actually in the middle of writing some new stuff for it when, yeah, got sidetracked with life. Not life, you know what I mean. Work. It is, although I might, yeah. I like the 3028. I'm actually using an 8803 for a client project right now. It's the same, but it's got proper temperature compensation. But it's a completely different pinout. It's not drop-in compatible, which is really frustrating. It's exactly the same size package, same number of pins, but totally different pinout. Okay, so I'm just wiring some stuff up. I wonder if I can. Wow, what an absolute mess. Let me see if I can get that over. Can I? Why are you not in focus? Focus, focus. Oh, it's done that thing again with my screen. Man. Hate OBS. Really, it's just. Oh, okay, this is back to front. My screen. Okay, anyway. Maybe you'll be able to see me working on it. So I've got ground and 5 volts. And then I need okay. So I've got enable. Yeah, that wasn't good. Push it in. Okay, I've got enable on that one. I'll use orange for the other one. 45 nanoamps. Yeah, it's actually a bit higher than 45. Yeah. I think from my measurements, it was much higher than that. But anyway, as a replacement for these 40 megahertz clock quartz, you can't use that for the anyway. You can't use the RV3028 instead of a 40 megahertz crystal. Where is the center? I wish I could. Hang on, I'm going to try to turn this camera so it's in a saner position. Maybe. Okay. There's lots of wires. I need different colored wires. Okay, I need blue and green. Dur and dur. Oops. Okay, let's do one at a time. I thought screw terminals would make this easy, but oh well. Makes it hard to do on camera, let me tell you. Very hard to do on camera. Okay, I'm just going to take it off camera for a second. Can't hold it underneath.
Alan Madsen says, do you use the alarm in the RC3028?
Well, you can use the alarm. What do you mean, do I use it? The watch doesn't do anything right now. It's a bit of hardware with no firmware. But it could do, sure. Do I have another? No, I don't. Okay.
Alan Madsen says nice.
All the interrupts are connected for all the different chips. For the fuel gauge and for the RTC and for the BMI. That's why all the I/O, that's why there's there's no I/O free. Like it's just everything is taken up with hooking all the peripherals up. Okay, so that's a lot of wires. I've got to work out now what I'm going to connect everything to. So we need, so we've got a DIR 1A. I know they're all the same number at the moment, but that's okay. DIR 1B, and then we need an enable. Enable 1, and then we need enable 2, motor 2, 2. Okay, so what shall we do? Okay, I've posted a link to those small storage bins you have in the background on the shelves. Storage bins. The plastic ones there, there's no link. They're from a $2 shop around the corner from my house. I don't buy them online, if that's what you're talking about. Sorry. They're a $2 shop special. Okay, so what am I going to do? I've got EN. Okay. EN1. Wow, this is, I don't know how, this is just going to be a mess. I'm just going to unplug the power for this just for the moment. Yeah, they're just a $2 special, mate. I don't have a link for them. We know that this isn't going to stay together, right? It's all going to fall apart. EN1 is pin 1. And You know what I need? Let me get a second PCB so I don't have to keep flipping it over. I can just look at the PCB. Okay, so motor 1 is going to be in number 2. Oh, you know what? I should do them next to each other. Okay, I'm going to do them next to each other. So 1. This is a bad idea. The whole, like last time I did a breadboard, remember all the wires kept coming out all the time? 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that was M1 is 1, 2, 3, and 4. And wait, what? Oh my God, I'm an idiot. There is no M1. There's no motor pin. That was just me designating what side it was. So it's just a dir A, dir B, and an enable. So that's dir A is 1, dir B, and enable. 1, 2, 3. Okay. 2, 2, 2. That's going to be dir A. So we've got 4. Four, 5, and 21. 4, 5, and 21. 4, 5, 21. Okay. So that's those. And then ground will be on ground. And power is going to come from 3.3 volts. I want to be able to power this thing off battery. But for the moment, off 5 volts. Okay, so I guess what we need to do is, so I'm going to need 2 batteries, but for the moment, I'm going to just wire up this battery to the DC jack. Okay, black and red. So I'm just doing this off camera, it's just easy, quicker for me to do it here. I'm just wiring a black and a red wire, just like that, which is going to go into the battery connector. Okay, and that can now plug into the motor driver, which hopefully doesn't go pop. Nope, didn't go pop. Okay, so I now need to connect up the tank. Wow, this is going to be fun. So the reason I did this on this breadboardy, on one of my prototype boards, is so I can plug a battery into it directly and have it all be non-wired. But for the moment, while we're testing, I can just do it off a cable. The problem is the wires for the motors are not very long, and I think they're going to snap at their solder joint on the battery, on the motors. They're pretty bad quality. Okay, so like just these solder joints just here, they're going to snap, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so motor 2, I don't really care which side's which for the moment. Okay. Screwdriver, So this is why I want to get that other camera going. So like I can have it sitting here and you can see what I'm doing. But it timing out is kind of pointless, isn't it? And if I plug the power cable in, it forces me into, sorry, not power. If I plug the USB cable in, it forces me into either webcam mode, which is black and white, or mass storage mode. Mako! Hello! How are you? Holy moly! Yay! Yes, it's been ages. I hope you're well. Okay, I've got that now hooked up to the motors directly. Oops. Like that. And yeah, I'm doing okay, mate. I'm doing okay. I wonder what will happen if I just plug the battery directly in. Nothing. Okay. And if I... Okay, I've got to plug the board in. I'm gonna stick this just under here. Oh, there we go. And I'm going to, that's on my keyboard. Okay, so I haven't got any of this part of the code going yet. Do we know code? Enable pin, in pin 1, in pin 2, switch pin, pot pin. What? Thanks, mate. Okay, well, let's put this in. Process message. Okay, so we've got a set motor, int motor for what number it is, speed and reverse. So we go if motor, oh my god, motor equals 1. I'll fix these in a moment. Else. Okay, so enable pin. So 21, can I PWM 21? I hope so. And then the dir pins are, I'm sure I've got all these like back to front, but that's okay. We'll work them out. Oops. Oops, no, 1B. That'll be number 2, 2 and 2. And they all need to be outputs, don't they? So, where's setup? Okay, pin mode. 1 output output 2 2 2. Okay. Peek and poke. Okay, what else? I guess at the start we can just go let's set up. Okay. If it all connects, we're going to go set motor. Wait, did I say 1? That should be 0. 0 and 1. Set motor 0, comma. Speed 0, comma, false. I'll turn that motor off. And we'll turn that motor, I don't know, on. Okay, what do we reckon? Why is that all the way up there? The logo's moved. Okay. So shall we see if this works? I'm going to plug the power into the motor driver. Oh, that's come out. This wire's come out. It's probably never even in. I wonder if I've even got this hooked up correctly.
Alan Madsen says let it smoke.
Yep, let it smoke. Here we go. Put the battery in there. It's only 3 volts. Who cares? Okay, so shall we flash it? Let's go. Flashy, flashy. If it starts moving though, it's going to make a racket and run off the desk. Maybe. Compiling sketch. Flashing. And well, there's a bit of a noise. That's obviously not fast enough to move the motor. So let me, it's quite loud. It's reflashing. I'm assuming that's the motor going, I can't move. There's no smoke. Oh, still not enough. Okay, let's just go 255. I want it to be able to be speed controlled, right? But off 3 volts is probably not enough. 3.3 volts. But it tried moving then. Okay, not making noise now. Can I lift it? It's trying. Okay. I need a stop button. Okay, so the battery is obviously not enough. I need something a bit stronger than that battery, unfortunately. Although it made it go before, but Yeah, maybe not enough current. But at the start of the stream, it was going fine. So obviously the motor drive is limiting the current. Okay, so what I need to do is serial dot print left 0 will be, I want to see if the commands work. I've got to do, I've got to make sure that my substream is
Alan
right.
Madsen says how fast and how many amps can be drawn from those batteries.
Definitely enough, but these are 9-volt motors, and I'm trying to run it off 3 volts. So that's probably, you know, a deciding factor. Ooh. Okay. It's got some warmth to it. It's not hot. So just bear with me a second. I need to just, I want to be able to control it remotely. Print line. I'm going to set them both off. I want to see
Alan
if
Madsen says, is the battery hot?
No, the battery's fine. Just the motor driver, I think, was, and it wasn't hot. Like, maybe it'll need a heatsink. I don't know. Maybe not. So I want to see if I can talk to this via MQTT. Okay. Ooh, where'd that go? Connect. I'm doing this not there right now because I don't want to have you all banging away at it yet. Not just yet. What am I going to do? Okay, why didn't that work? Oh. No. So it's connected to the internet. Did I not tell it to connect? You know what I'm probably missing? I'm probably missing it's probably not connected to PubSub. Oh, it should be set. Connect to Wi-Fi. Right here, connects to Wi-Fi, and then it connects to the MQTT server. I wonder if it's just not connected. Shouldn't it show a message if it's connected? Oh my God, I didn't put the client in the loop. I didn't run the client. My bad. And I've got a reconnect thing happening now as well. Oops. Okay, that was my bad. Oh, that's 1 second. Subscribe. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Let's try that again. So in the loop, you got to tell it. You got to update the client. I thought I saw Sion use it somewhere in his code. What did I use in my code? Yeah, these motors are crappy DC motors, and the fact that they moved before it. Anyway, okay. There we go. Connected. We're connected to MQTT now, which it wasn't going before. Publish. There we go. Look at that. So 100 on the left and 50 on the right, except it's got the colon, which I thought it would, which is why. Where's process message? +1. Okay, so now I need them to be ints. Can I just do a int? Oh my God. 2int. Can I just do a 2int on them? I hope so. Unless people send non-characters. You're all going to break it, aren't you? You're all going to break it by sending characters. I know it. I know it. I haven't got a way of doing direction yet. Oh, I can do direction from positive or negative. Okay. For the moment, I'm just going to go left and right. And I can go left, right is greater than 0. And that'll be left is greater than 0. The battery's unplugged right now. Let's just refresh this. This is just a personal project. This is a tank base I got 4 years ago, and it was sitting on the shelf back here, and then people were saying, "What is it? What is it?" I kept showing it, and then I thought I should do something with it. So if I publish that. Okay, so they're my numbers. What I should do is in here.
Alan Madsen says unexpected toys.
Print ln. Motor 0. Speed plus Actually, I can just... So I just want to get this so I know it's all working fine, and then I'm going to go and find see if I can find a better way of powering it, although I don't know what I'm going to use. I've got nothing here, I don't think. What am I going to use to power it? I mean, I don't have any other batteries here. I don't have anything greater than... I mean, I can... Oh, where's my power bank? Might be downstairs, it's probably flat. That might give me 5 volts, but I don't...
Alan Madsen says 12-volt adapter.
I don't have. I need something that's battery powered. I don't have anything... yeah. Okay, let's just publish motor 0 forward. Okay, so...
Aaron Knox says no old crashed drones.
I don't have any drones at all. Okay, so that's going to be less than... Okay. For reverse. I can use it, yeah, but then I've got I can't connect the bench supply to the thing. Like, I can't stick it on the ground and make it drive around, right? I could always try to use 2 batteries to try to get 6 volts, 6 to 7 volts. Just thinking. I mean, there's a place to put batteries in here, but it's not wired up, and it's not... I don't have any batteries. You got to remember, if I connect it to the bench supply, and I connect it to this, and we start it moving, it's going to just fly off the desk, okay? Like, I mean, okay, I could always prop it up. Okay. Okay, it's propped up.
Says if you have an OTG cable, can't you use your phone as a power bank?
Aaron Knox says I blame you, Cian. I made the jump. I'm now the proud owner of the Bamboo X1 cardan with AMS. All I can say as well.
Yay, Aaron! Yay! I don't have an OTG cable, and I can't use my phone as a power bank. No. And I can't connect that to this anyway. So my bench supply is nowhere near close enough. I would need some long wires. Long wire. Okay, where's wire? Okay. I'll use my bench supply. You're not going to be able to see it, but that's okay. Let me get my strippers. My wire strippers, that is. Okay. I'm just going to get some long wire and... Excuse me. Oh no, I forgot my microphone was there. I'm so sorry. I turned my head to get away from the microphone and it's on my ear. Oh my God. You can't see the logo commands. Thank you.
Wagon says
sorry.
Use a spare piece of Ethernet cable for power cord.
I don't have a spare piece of Ethernet cable. Anyway, it's okay. I've got this covered. Just give me a sec. I've got a solution. I'll do it to the bench supply. Yeah, they're not cheap printers, but they're great printer. Good result, good print quality, reliability so far. Fast. So a good investment, Aaron. Well done. Okay, stripper time. Oh, that's big chunky wire. Big chunky wire. Okay, one end. I don't have any batteries lying around at all here. Plenty at home, nothing here. I don't use batteries here. So, no, I don't, unfortunately. Okay. I now need to take the battery off. Okay, positive. I need to open those up a bit more. Sorry, I'm doing this not under the camera again. I just need to get it done. I want to get this thing moving. It just means we're not going to be able to drive it around on the floor. Okay, so I got that connected, that end connected, and now this end is going to be connected to here. Okay, and turn my bench supply on. Ooh. I'm not going to plug it in yet, as long as it's up. So, okay, we want it to be voltage. How many volts do we want? Let's do 5 volts and what are we going to limit it to? Half an amp to start with. 5 volts, half an amp. I think 5 volts, half an amp is a good starting point. I hope this is right. I hope I don't blow it up. Okay. I am turning it on. Okay, there's power. So let's see if I tell it to go, okay, 255 and 0. Okay, it's still not moving. It's at 5 volts. Oh, right, it's current limited. Okay. So it maxed out at and dropped the voltage. I just want to check the how hot that is. No. Okay. So yeah, it moved a little bit. So that's interesting. The 0.1 was too low, and it dropped the voltage. Okay, I'm now telling it to be, let me just set the motor back to 0.
Aaron Knox says, is this the new employee Cian? The new on security guard for sentry duty?
Yeah, haha. Haha. Okay. We're going to set it to... So it's still at 5 volts. I'm going to now turn it on. Okay. Got both of them going. And it... Okay, so... Interestingly, one side works. One side works and one side doesn't. As soon as I turn this side on, I can't even see what you're seeing. Okay. As soon as I turn this side on, it pulls too much current and stops. But this side worked okay. I wonder if maybe I've got one of the wires set up wrong. James! Hey mate, how are you? So that was interesting.
Alan Madsen says, what chip is it?
It's the L293D. The chip itself will take voltage up to whatever. Pretty high actually. But I've got no heatsink on it. But the motors, I don't know. Like it's, I'm pretty sure they're just 9-volt motors. I can't get them out to have a look. They're glued in. So they're running little 6-volt motors. It's 2 voltage pins, 8 and 16, the plus for the motor. Oh, the other thing is that apparently it's a 5-volt chip. Like I'm using 3.3 volt signaling on it, but technically it's a 5-volt. Needs a level shifter, but anyway. Okay, I will I'll up the voltage. I'm gonna...
Alan Madsen says the L293D is designed to provide bidirectional drive currents of up to 600 mA at voltages from 4.5 volt to 36 V.
Yep. No. I think the AI uprising is already happening. Okay, I've gone to 6 volts, 0.5 amps. Turning it on.
Nagan says, do you have a L298NH bridge?
What? No, I've got this chip. Is all I've got. Yeah, there's something wrong with one of the sides of the motor because it's just pulling way too much. So if I do one side, right? That's just straight away maxes out the current and kills the voltage. But if I do the other side, the other motor, oh, that's done the same thing again. Okay, what's if I just go less? So that there is 6 volts, 0.3 amps, and it's just not moving. Lower the voltage to each. How do I? Can't lower the. How do I lower the voltage to each side? I can't do that. I've got one power source. No, VCC1 is connected to 3.3 volts because I've only got it 3.3 volts. I can go as high as I want on this. I don't want to go too high on this. I don't want to blow. I've got no... Anyway, okay, we'll go higher. Okay, I'm letting it go up to 1 amp now. I know it does. I don't have 5 volts. I just said that before. I'm running off 3.3 volts. I don't think that's the problem. Okay. So it's at 6 volts and I'm giving it up to 1 amp now. But it's not pulling 1 amp. Okay, that's one side. And the other side. Okay, so that side is pulling way more current than this side. What? The code is wrong. What do you mean? I've probably got the direction flipped, but what do you mean the code is wrong? What? I think the code's irrelevant right now. I'm not worried about which direction things are going. I'm trying to think what heat sinks I've got. I don't think I've got anything here that's bigger than the tiny little one for a Raspberry Pi. I know what it says, Alan, but I don't have 5 volts to provide it. And I've just proven that it doesn't need it. So it's not the control side. It's the motor side. Okay, so let's see if I get them both going. What happens to the current draw? It's probably going to kill it. That's interesting. So only one side went then. Okay, Okay, now that's not going at all. This question, is the code able to turn on both motors simultaneously? Yeah, it was just, of course you can. I'm just controlling it individually right now. I had both motors going before. Why is this not... Oh. That's interesting. I mean, they're both going. But I'm only able to... So I'm only able to reverse one motor, which is interesting. What have I got? 2A, 2B. Have I got one of the pins wrong, maybe? 4 and 5. Or did a wire come out? So I'm able to, I'm just going to turn that off for the moment, the power. So I'm able to move this one forward and backward, but I'm only able to move the other one, this one, forward. So I've either got a problem with the wiring, but I don't think so. Enable is 21. It's weird. No, there's no restriction. I don't think there is. They're not... Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to swap anything right now because I'm just going to end up unplugging something and then getting all the wiring wrong again. Green and blue. Hang on, green and blue. Enable, oh, hang on. Enable, I've got these numbers wrong. I might have these back to front. Enable.
Antonio Petito says spray some WD-40 in the D-box and on the shafts.
No, it's not that. Oh, that might help with the noise. 4, 5, 6. No. 4, 5. 4, 5, 21. Okay, I might have got those numbers the wrong way around on the gearbox and on the shafts. Or I can't get in there. It's all glued together. I can't get WD-40 in there at all. So if you just look in here, there's a screw holding that down. I've already tried opening it. They're all glued in. There's not really access to do anything like that, I don't think.
Antonio Petito says, oh.
Yep, oh poop. Okay. So now I think I might have the numbers the right way around now, which might help. So, power. So I should make them be able to go, they both should be able to go forward. 200, 200. Ready? Okay, I did have it the right way before. I need to just fix the direction. Hang on. Okay, and reflash. And you should not spray, it will dilute the plastic gear grease. Well, I wasn't going to anyway, because I can't get in there to do it. By the way, my coffee went cold, but it's almost out anyway. Okay, this should do it. This should let me go forward and backwards the same direction. Here we go. Okay, they should both be going one way. Yay! And now, the other way. And now, turning. Yay! I know, and I'm used to it getting cold, but I wish I wasn't. Okay, so that's working. The problem now is, I mean, I can try putting it on the ground. It's just going to drive away. I wonder how slow I can get it to move, though, now. Yeah, so that's not enough. Amps. Okay. So that's about as slow as I can get it. 150. Yeah, I'm using PWM to do it. So that was that then was just over 50%. So that, yeah, it's already using PWM to do it, but it's just, again, maybe if I up the voltage more, I can try. Yeah, no, I need. Okay. If I go. Interesting. I'm going to have to move it to a different channel. Okay, and it's going to have to be 7. Okay, I'm going to try it with 7 volts now instead of 6. Okay. So that's 125. That's a bit lower. Okay, that's 100. So the extra voltage is giving it the ability to go lower. Okay, so the higher the voltage, the slower I can get it to move. No, the current's staying the same. Well, yeah. It's not current limiting it. So I've set it to 7 volts, 1 amp, and it bounces around between 0.3 and 0.7. So it's not being current limited. Are you going to use your gamepad? No. I was going to get chat to control it, but I need to get some RC batteries. Well, no, it's only mildly warm. It's really not. No, I mean, I'm sure it will prolonged use, but it's actually okay. So I need to, no, the power is changing. What? What? Hey, Cabletty, popping in for a moment. I hope you're well. Okay, so I know that if I put it on the ground, you guys are just going to kill it. Well, I can't do that because I could program it to do that, Wagon Loads, but I don't see how that's going to help me. Like, this is fine. Okay, so, this is just going to be a bad idea, I think. I think this is going to be a bad idea. The question is, I'm going to unplug that. But I'm going to plug in the battery. Okay. So the Tiny S3 is battery powered now. You can see it's still working, right? That is on. So I can still send it commands. 150, 0. As you can see. Hey, Mike. So now, if I put that on the ground, we can make it move. So we've got two choices here, folks. I can put it on the ground and I'll control it moving, or I can leave it on the bench and let you control it from chat. But you're just going to assume it even works from chat. So but if I put it on the ground and have chat control it, you're going to destroy it. I know you're going to destroy it. Unless I put some caps in. Caps in as in I limit. Maybe I'll limit the speed for now. That's a good idea. Tank fire. I'm going to limit the speed. I need my keyboard. Okay. I've got wires all in front of me everywhere. So I'm going to say left. Is there a clamp? What is the, I'm sure there's a clamp in Arduino. Oh, constrain, thank you. And I'm going to pass it in, and it's going to be negative 150, 150. Like that? Is that how, can't remember. I hope so. To prevent, I'm constraining the values so people can't put in a value that's too high, so it doesn't rip the tank. But you're all gonna, it's gonna be a nightmare. Okay. I'll put a flux capacitor in it. So we'll just make sure that this works. Okay, so if I go 255, negative 255, publish.
Wagon says that control only does rotate.
Oh, only one side's working. What did I break? Only one side's working. Right equals right. I did. Why didn't that side work just then? Have I broken one of the wires? No? Only one side worked.
Alan Madsen says set a time limit on for how long each command will run.
Oh, it's working now. Okay. So, do you want to know the commands? It's not what you think it is. I don't think so. Well, anyway.
Wagon says wait until Cyanid's paintball feature.
Wow, that didn't work. See, only one side's going. See, Alan jumps in right away. Hey, Alan and Dutch Taurus, can you just wait before you break all the code? Thank you. Just give me a second, will you?
Wagon says is 128 stars.
Oh, I know what it is. I know what it is. I know what it is. I need to send... Okay, that's fine. Why is it getting that? No, there is no stop. Can you just wait? Just please wait. Okay, that'll fix that. What? What just... Oh, right. Okay, I know what that is. I need to stop that. Oh, new terminal. Okay.
Wagon says add laser tag feature.
Okay, so anyone who sends any messages to Tanky that isn't what I tell you to send, I'm gonna suspend you from the chat for the rest of this session. Okay, I'm warning you all now. Don't send text to Tanky. Okay, because just don't do it, because I haven't got any code in there to compensate for it. So you're sending a left and a right value with a colon in the middle. So exclamation mark, Tanky, and then the speed on the left and the speed on the right. That can be a negative number, that can be a positive number. Negative 255 to 255, right? I'm capping it anyway, but if you send it things like stop or whatever, you're just going to crash the code, so please don't do it. So the one on the left is the left value,
Alan
mode
Madsen
0.
says only one Tanky on each line.
What do you mean only one on each line? You're setting the speed. So this is the point. You're all just going to fight each other with what the tank's going to do. Negatives is reverse. Positive is forward. So you can set the direction. And just one Tanky. Yes, one Tanky on one line. You're setting the speed of it. You're not drawing a picture. Right? And 0, 0 is stop, because you're setting it to be 0 for speed. You're setting the speed. No, why would you do that? What would that do anyway, Alan? You're setting the motor speed. You're not telling it to move forward 20 and then stop. No, it doesn't. No, you're setting the speed. You're setting the speed of the motors. No, no duration. No duration. That's the point. You're all going to fight each other. The tank's going to be erratic because you're all going to stomp each other's speeds. Go for it. Ten's too low. It's not going to move. You want a minimum of 100 and 125, maybe 150. No, go for it. You can start. Remember, I'm capping the speed at the moment. Okay, everyone stop. Everyone stop. Stop. Okay, a value below 125 won't move. Okay? Or below 100 won't move, as in plus or minus. So that the 50 Dutch Taurus won't do anything. There's not enough power, not enough voltage. Okay? So if you want it to move in one direction, it's got to be 100 or more, and it's got to be in the other direction, it's got to be minus 100 and more. The max is 255, but I'm capping it anyway. I'm just going to put it on the ground. Just wait. Don't start yet. I'm unplugging the here. So it's running off battery. Oh my God. I'm going to put it on the floor. And just don't go yet. Don't. Because I need to set up a camera so you can see what it's doing. How would I even do this? 1 second. Yeah, it's going to be crazy because you're all just, as I said, you're all going to fight each other. Hang on, let me just switch cameras upside down. That's not going to reach. I need to prop my camera somewhere so you can see my floor. Sorry, I hit the wrong button. 1 sec. Oh, it's not going to reach. Shit. Okay, sorry about the messy floor. I need to tilt it a bit. Oh, I keep hitting that button.
Wagon says, can you use map? 0,255,150,255.
No, I don't want a map because I'm capping. I'm not mapping, I'm capping the speed right now. I don't want it to go faster right now. So the code that it's doing right now is exactly what it's supposed to be doing. Okay. What's that picture in picture? Okay. So there's not a big area. I'm just warning you now. And I'm going to I'll pull the plug, or I'll turn the power off if someone makes, okay, whatever, go, just go. Just do it, whatever. Yeah, it's a bit low, as I said. Try to get a higher value. You're right on the limit. Crash. I turned the power off. Hang on. Okay. I need to just wait. I need to get the camera at a different place, if I can. Looking down more. Damn, I don't have. Why is this so hard?
Andrew says, most interactive stream ever.
Okay. Go away, picture in picture. Go away. Go away. It's got a picture in picture for the focus. Why aren't you turning off? Okay. You want to try again? On. Oh. The wires. Did you break it? Did someone break it? Hang on, hang on. These wires are a bit of a problem. Just saying. Maybe if I stand over here, hold the wires up. Okay, go. What happened? Is it not going? I can't see. You're going to have to... I can't see the chat, folks. Is it not going? Oh. It's going to smash. Yeah, someone got it to turn. Get the wires caught. Hang on. Hang on. Oh, get off. Hang on. Okay. You need to give that other side more power. Okay, I don't know what's happening. Hey! Okay, wait. I turned the power off for a sec. I turned the power off. Okay, so, I think, oh, right, how's that for a crotch shot? Really? Crotch shot. Okay. Okay, I think what we need to do is, yeah, having direct control of speed left and right isn't great. Obviously not usable. But I think what we need to do is give it a bit of a language. We can say, yeah, go forward, you know, X forward, X left, X right. So it'll actually drive as opposed to, you know what I mean? They're DC motors. Sponsored by picture-in-picture of Sion's crotch. So, yeah, I think it'll be something like Tanky forward 20, and it'll move forward 20 units, right? Tanky left and a degrees, Tanky right and a degrees, right? A simple command set, I think, is what we need because, yeah, I mean, obviously having a battery pack for the power would make a huge difference. So I'll have to get myself an RC battery pack and charger. But I think it could be fun. Like you all driving it around, it could be fun. What about if you want one side to rotate around the other? What do you mean? Well, sure, you can do that. Or you can do, if you did negative 200 and 200, then you'd get it rotating on the spot, right? Swap the DC motors for... The whole tank base is crap. It's a crap thing. I bought it 4 years ago. I didn't even know what I was buying at the time. It looked really cool, and I got it. Ultimately, I'm sure we can make a much better.
Wagon says turtle commands.
Well, sure, same thing, right? It's we just need to work out a unit of measurement. But that was pretty. I mean, it's moving, right? And chat can control it. It's just can't really make it do much. Hang power from above with a cord. I got no way of hanging it from above, Arthur. Like I'm not drilling into my ceiling or I don't have wires long enough. I don't think say is working. Oh, you need to change your voice. Some of the old voices aren't there anymore. Someone just tried. Mike, yeah, your voice was set to Ava. You need to change it. Just set it to Samantha. So what I need to get is... Okay, so what do I need? I need an RC... hang on one second. Amazon.com.au, just in case my login comes up. Oh, okay, logged in. Good. So what do I need? I need an RC motor, RC battery. Hidden code is on the. I'm not gonna hack this base because it's shit. Like if I might as well just get something better, right? Left forward 20 counts. Info for the motors, control the distance. No, we don't need to go that full on. Not for this base, because it's crap. We'll just do it based on time, right? So forward 5 would be forward 5 seconds or something, you know what I mean? And do it based on time.
Aaron Knox says just buy a cheap Robo vacuum and we can hack it to be chat controlled. We can do remote cleaning for you during the stream.
Alan Madsen says get the yellow connectors for the battery.
Okay, hang on. I'm just looking at battery. I've never really looked at these before. What do I need? That's 4.8, 7.4. So just a 2S, a 7.4 battery. Eleven volt. I don't know. I've never played with RC batteries before. And I need a charger as well, right? Do I need a balancer if I'm going to be using a 2S? What? 9.6 volt?
Knox says put one of your power tool batteries on it.
I've only got 18 volt batteries. I don't think that's a clever idea. And I don't have a way of soldering one on. So what am I getting? Just tell. I don't know anything about these things. I don't know. I mean, the 7 volts was kind of working okay then. But maybe I need more. Right, I can't go brushless motors and use ESCs because I can't. I'm not pulling that apart and retrofitting different motors into it. Okay? We're going to play with this as it is. And if we want to take it to the next level, we get a completely different base. Right? So I'm not retrofitting this one. And S2, 1, S... What? Well, I don't know what the motors can go. I've got no info on what they are. So right now, that was at 7 volts at limiting it to an amp. Right? And it struggled a bit at the lower values. So, you know, around 9, I think, would be the ideal. Oh, do you have, Peter? Really? Oh, Peter's got a 2S and 3S. So what's a 3S will be 9 volts? Or 11 volts. But 18650s are only 3.3 volts. Or, 4.3. So I don't want to have to mess with wiring them all up to do it. Okay, it's 3.7 per S, yeah. Yeah, I don't want to do that, John. I'm not interested in building a power pack and then having to worry about how I'm going to charge them and whatever else. I just want to get a straight up battery. Something pre-packed. I don't have to worry about it. Peter, I'm happy to buy something. Or, like, I don't mind. When are you coming past next? I mean, I can get this tomorrow, but what do I need to charge it? You need to change your voice, Arthur. It's set to Oliver, and Oliver's not installed. You can come over tonight. Really? Are you not working today? Wagon loads on note in live stream. I don't have any 18650s here. Right, but you won't have that stuff with you. You're going to swing all the way home and then come past, are you? I don't want to put you out. A Z-Lipo safe bag, fireproof, explosion-proof bag. Wow. You know you're rocking and rolling. You know you're rocking and rolling when you need a fireproof bag. And am I going to need connectors for them? I'm going to need connectors for them as well. So like these XT60 connectors, I'm assuming. You had a 2S explode. Yeah, I don't want to have stuff explode. Bloody hell. Peter, do you have connectors as well? I don't have any other XT60, the other side. So everything I need. Really? Okay, that'd be awesome, mate. Thank you. Okay, so Peter's going to come and bring some stuff that I can power this up remotely. And at least it won't have wires everywhere. And I need to come up with a command set to be able to drive it, kind of like turtle stuff. And then I need to set up a camera somehow that you can all see it to be able to control it. But you're all going to still be fighting over the commands for it. Shall we give it one more go in the middle of the floor? Weight is considered regarding the motor capacity. Yeah, again, this is just a temporary fun thing. A pen plotter. Yeah, probably not. Okay. Let me see if I can... Yeah, Peter's pretty close. Okay. Why is that gone zoomed again? Oh, my bloody hell. Every time I keep touching the screen, that's why. Okay, I need to... I'll move it in a second. Hang on, I need to balance this. I should have got longer wires. I'm surprised that the battery on the Tiny S3 is still going. I should have made longer wires here. Can I move this forward? Okay. There's going to be one last drive. I'm going to turn the power on now. It might start moving straight away. Yep. Okay, I turned it off because it's going out of the way. You guys got to control it. Someone's going to stop it. Someone going to stop it? Yay, no. Who's turning it? If you want to turn it, you got to go, oh, was it minus and positive? Yeah, I wonder why that didn't, that was Aaron. Okay. I think there's a problem with the power still. It's stretched too thin. It's stretched too thin. Make it go forward. I don't know if it's forward or backwards. Anyone going to make it move forward? Or is it dead? Is it dead? Uh-oh. Did we lose a wire or something? Oh yeah. We've lost power. Hang on. Hang on. Twisted the cables out. Oh, far out. Okay, here we go. Okay, go. Can you control it? Make it go forward. No, is it dead? We've lost it. Yeah, this is not staying in anymore. Twisted the wire. Oh! Yeah, nah. Okay. So I gotta turn it off. We twisted the wire. When it span around, it pulled the two boards and bent the wires and pulled the wires out. So that's a...
John Clayton says success, the motorboard works.
The motorboard works, just kind of. We ripped all the wires out and they won't go in now anymore. They're bent. We bent them. Yay! Wow, my bench supply is got the fans kicked in to cool down. Yeah, going full speed was fine.
John Clayton says chaos.
Yes, it's chaos. Okay, so we have a plan. So for next week, we'll have... Sorry, emptying. So for next week, we're going to have a completely battery controlled. I'm going to see...
Says, but fun chaos.
Fun chaos. I'm going to see if I can get Wi-Fi camera going, either this one or that other one I got. Batch, whatever. Hey Jim, how you doing? It's been a while. It has been a minute. I love that expression.
Andrew says now put the camera on the tank.
Right.
First says pandemonium is the way everything should be.
Maybe it should be. if I can get a camera on it, that'd be great. Maybe having it downstairs would be really cool rather than upstairs. I don't know. But I need a way for you all to see what it's doing. Anyway, we'll work it out. I'll do some stuff during the week if I have time. I've got an ESP32 cam, but I can't.
Manson says make a boxing ring for it.
If I put an ESP32 cam on it, I can't use that for I/O to control the tank because there's no I/O on them. And if I'm better off doing a Raspberry Pi, honestly. If I can get, well, I can't do PWM. Can't do PWM on the Pi, not properly. It's really shit, PWM. I'd have to hack all the timers on the Pi. I could just, if I could, and I don't want to have a separate power source. I don't want to put 3 power sources on there. I'll work something out. Yeah, you need.
Okay, here's Box of Cats. Welcome to Box of Cats. There's lots of cats inside. It's your turn to say meow.
Alexa, stop.
When you return, say open the box of cats.
Alexa, stop. What happened then? What did I possibly say that did that? A box of cats. Did you? Oh my god. Okay. Anyway. Yeah. We'll work something out. We'll get something going. I'll do some stuff on the week, during the week, and next week we'll see if we can drive it around. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I'm just freaked out by that. I'll see if I can get this going, at least see if I can get some remote camera stuff happening on it. Yeah. Okay. Everyone, thanks very much. That was fun. That was fun. Don't forget, my new website is live. The shop is live. Go buy lots of stuff. I need to be able to afford all this.
Aaron
No,
Knox
anyway.
says tomorrow Cian will do a YouTube shot with his latest Amazon delivery, a box of cats.
No, it won't be. Although I love cats. Yeah. Thanks, everyone. Have a great week. And yeah, I'll catch you all next week. Sorry, I'm completely flustered now and I'm going to go get a coffee. Okay. Am I on any recent make? No, I haven't been on MakerCast for ages. I was going to try to get on the last one and then I couldn't. Timing was being bad for me. So,
Andrew says goodbye.
yep. Okay, I'm going.
Slotted first says, say mal.
What? Okay. I don't know what that was. Okay. That's the one.